30-19 right now.
No, dude, I played TF2 for years. The amount of people who like made their like in-game tags like twitch.tv/this because you could change it like that. It's been pretty common practice. Just it's more so a PC thing. Like
yeah,
a PC gamer
you're probably
thing.
right.
Not like a politically correct thing, you know? Just shut your mouth, Leslie! Not like politically correct, as in the...
My brand.
As in the portable computers. Anyway, we got no portable computers here. We play this game on a portable console.
I mean,
twitch.tv/rhungry.
Cypher might as well be like a portable computer. Let's just be real here.
I mean...
Do we know the government technology that goes into Cypher?
I don't like to think about it, to be
So,
honest.
Yeah,
At least not yet, not until we storm Area 51. But
yeah. So let's see what happens here. To be honest, I don't really know what to make of this matchup. I'm just going to assume that because Joker's good, Joker probably does really good in advantage state, and Snake probably also does really well in advantage state. So,
you know, normally that's the kind of thing where like people would like be overly critical of commentary and say like, duh, of course they're good in advantage state, that's their advantage. But you got a real good point. Snake's disadvantage is among the worst of the top tiers, or high tier if you consider him high tier.
I think he's a top tier. I think his advantage state is trash buckets.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. But anyway, Joker, I mean, I feel like even in his disadvantage state, there's just so much he can be able to do because he is a DLC character. He's got that boy that comes out. The more he gets hit, the more he fights and deals damage as that upper takes the stock. And that right there could be possibly our Hungry's saving grace in this matchup because, as we said before, Snake's disadvantage is no good. One of the ways he gets out of a lot of disadvantageous situations is Cyrus from the ledge, and then he's above you. All of a sudden, he's just easy pickings for you to juggle. If this Joker has our SYN right there and he hits you with an up air, that just might be a dead snake in the water.
Yeah, and as you can see right here, Ram having a rough time being able to get back on the ground here. He gets the right read on the tech roll, but Hungry just in the right position, not get hit by that. Now, there's one thing about Ram that I've caught on to is that he uses a lot of aerials, and like Snake's aerials, while they're very good, they aren't necessarily the safest things in the world. Nikita's still good though, so that'll even things up stock-wise.
Yeah, I can definitely see it. At the very least, out of shield situations, I think our Hungry has to be a little bit careful when he's tacking on a little bit too close to Ram, I should say, because like you said, some of his aerials are really laggy, and then some of them spike you down to the abyss in forward airs right there. A beautiful positioning play coming out from Ram right there, Will to Win Gaming's very own.
Yeah, that was a huge change of momentum right there. So let's see what the response is going to be from Hungry. Ooh, it's just out of range to the down smash. SYN, the bad man, is back on the field right now, though. So
side B, popping him up a little bit, getting him off stage. I like how he tried to trap him with the back air and then realized first time's not the charm, third time's not the charm either. Second time definitely is. That move is essentially one of the best kill moves in this entire game, or at the very least one of the best burst options.
Dude, it's like
really.
Chic Fair, and it's Chic Fair combined with Joker's like arching back air. Like it just kind of clamps down on top of you. That move is absolutely insane.
Kind of reminds me of Melee Sheik's, but it sends at a different angle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Like when Sheik's forward air used to kill, basically what it is. But now this game is just about even yet again. The C4 is down planted. Hungry, of course, keeping track of where that's going to land. And speaking of landing, he's got to keep track of where he does as well. Because Snake is a set play character, ladies and gentlemen. Tacks on all that damage with all those bombs and then just fishes for that up tilt like he's going on a nice little camping trip with his dad.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's see what Hungry's response is going to be, being able to get around this barrage. SYN on deck right now, though, so if there's ever a time to kind of, close the gap, it's definitely right now while you still have a chance. Is Ram going to give him that chance? I don't know. He's definitely opting to just kind of sit back and camp right now.
Yeah, the script definitely didn't come in the mail today. I think my mailman messed up, so I don't know what's going to happen.
it's a holiday.
Hungry didn't capitalize on Ram exploding himself right there. I feel like he could have, if he was able to react to it in time, jump up and back air. That was the most unfortunate edge guarding sequence I have seen this tournament yet. Because if he, oh my God. SYN literally just went away from him at the worst possible time in that exchange. There he had it, SYN's gone, and then the beautiful just swiveling play from Ram right there, going in and around, knowing that my man Hungry was completely trapped in his down B right there. If he let go, he would have died. If he doesn't let go, he dies.
Yeah.
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
And there's so many people, so many like mid-level and lower-level players complain about that move because they don't have the patience to like recognize when Joker does it.
Are you calling Ivan Drago a mid-level player? I think that's what you just did.
Was his son a mid-level player? I don't know. I actually didn't see the movie.
I actually have not either.
I didn't see Creed 2. We out?
Yeah. Anyway, so let's see what the response is from Hungry. Again, like, there's just a couple of instances, like, when he was in disadvantage, like, it's just Snake, man. Like, You're going to win by his advantage state. You're going to die by his own.
Oh! I was literally, you know what was going through my mind? I was like, damn, if only that move killed. Because that would have been a really funny capitalization from our Hungry right there off of the explosion because he was perfectly positioned below him. But that kills. The whip does. There you go. Beautiful play coming out from our Hungry.
I can think about, like, you ever, like, seen a grappling hook? Just imagine someone just, like, throws it at you. Like, that's guaranteed to hurt.
I mean, in real life, it would impale you.
Yeah. Yeah. I got nothing. So, let's see if Hungry can continue to add on to this lead, and if Ram will do snake things and not this comeback. SYN off deck, though, so.
SYN's gone again. Now, up tilt's going to take the stock right there. Good stuff from Ram. Yeah. Now, SYN is gone, obviously. I can imagine that if Snake isn't careful with some of his bomb placements in this matchup, that Joker gets SYN like that. Yeah. I would imagine, with all those explosions coming around him. And Hungry definitely does not want to get trapped in down B. So many mid-level and lower-level players feel like, oh, I don't know what to do about like a Joker's down B because it's a counter when you do it in the air. You got to wait till he lands to be able to hit him or punish him because you can only really grab him. In the air, though, Ram has been capitalizing on it pretty much every time that that's happened. But Hungry is electing to just play a little more of the platform game, wait him out a little bit, knowing that the explosive damage is going to tack on the meter until he gets that SYN, so he can do stuff like that.
Yeah, that was a huge opportunity right there. Hungry just wisely jumping above Ram as he committed really hard to that Nikita. But now he might die here. No, okay, very nifty recovery. Being very fluid with his movement right there. Down gun's going to buy him a little bit of time right there. So now, just able to reset into the center right there, but does not matter. And that's been kind of the big thing for Ram in this set. He hasn't really let Hungry, like, tack on to this lead.
Yeah, for sure, man. You don't want to tack on... I love the double dash attack on that damage right there. I noticed that most stocks that have been finished out, with the exception of some crazy Nikitas here and there, have definitely been through up tilts. But I feel like Hungry, as playing as a Joker player, doesn't really need to worry too much about landing in there, because I feel like if he's just able to like down gun at the right time in the air, or not even down gun, neutral gun, if he's able to space it properly, he should be able to get around that. But at the same time, the hitbox of that move is just so huge. But here we go. All stage situation, ladies and gentlemen. This is where Snake definitely suffers, but the misspacing of the back air is going to not do it for our Hungry right there. But SYN's on deck, so another back air by the ledge might just almost be able to do it here. Let's wait and see what he does.
Probably. If Ram can get out of the corner, though, but that should going to buy some time. Again, Hungry doing a great job with just the full hop cross up.
You nutty lad. I think he knew that if he went down there enough, that Snake's Cypher is slow enough to the point where if he up-B'd at the same time as he cyphered up there, that he would have been able to make it back to ledge in time without any risk of getting, like, gimped.
Yeah, probably. Oh, now comes the fun part, having to land above Snake, because everyone in the room knows what Ram's probably fishing for right now.
Ooh, good spacing on it, though. That's not going to be too hard of a punish to grab. No down throw, up tilt here. Ooh, goodness, my man Hungry fishing harder than the up tilt, man. Glorious.
That was
now the ledge trapping scenario. Oh, no up tilt. Actually fishing for the down smash. That's going to save our Hungry's life right there and give him a second lease on it in his bracket life stock. Oh, man, this is absolutely anybody's game right now.
This is tight right now.
Yeah. Hungry, of course, definitely not wanting to approach. Definitely not jumping either. Notice how grounded he's playing for the most part, because he knows that every time he jumps, there's that risk of a parry up tilt. Just I say that every time he does it again, whips him out, but he's actually armored through it a little bit. I think he was in the Cypher.
SYN on deck. Reflects it.
Good thing he had SYN right there, man. He needed that boy to come and punch for him so he could reflect that, Nikita. Not to reflect it back at him, but just so he could make it back off safely.
just to buy him the time to be able to get back to the ledge.
Oh, goodness gracious, and that's invincible. You can't exactly hit that.
See ya. And he rolls into the up smash.
Rolling at the bad time is going to do it right there. One of them had to crack.
Yeah,
you know.
It's quite unfortunate. Just Snake having a plethora of more, just Snake having a lot more like frame trappy stuff, or like not even just frame traps, just things to set up. Like, that was so cool, man.
Ugh. What a beautiful play from our Hungry there. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to take the game to continue showing you guys that in this bracket, but we should have more action with Ram coming out further in this tournament. It was just the unfortunate roll out of disadvantage right there that did my man in.